Have you ever walked into someone's house and just felt at home? That's how we want people to feel when they walk into Alpha. Hospitality is at the heart of Alpha. To create a space for people to feel loved and accepted and to encounter God for themselves. Creating a welcoming and warm environment at your Alpha sets the stage for people to build friendships as they journey together. The two main ways to do this are to thoughtfully design the environment and serve a meal each week. First, food. Eating a meal together breaks the ice and pulls people together. And serving a full meal each week often makes it easier for people to say yes to the invitation to Alpha. There are a lot of different ways to go about doing food on Alpha. It doesn't have to be elaborate or cost a lot of money. And it's going to look a little different depending on how large your group is, who you're serving, when it's happening, and what resources you have. When we do Alpha at our church on Thursday nights, we serve a full meal for all our guests. We have a team of volunteers that prepare the meal every week, but if you're running Alpha with your high school students, it could look a little different. You could order pizza or pick up something simple like donuts. Whatever you decide to do for food, try to make it free for the guests. Some of the ways to do this are to ask different groups in your church to take turns preparing food each week, or asking people to donate towards the cost of catering. We have a number of other ideas for food in the following article. Serving food is basic hospitality, but we want to be radically hospitable. And that means we need to think about all aspects of the guest experience. And this includes thoughtfully designing the environment. I know of an Alpha hosted in the basement of a church building. The leader asked a few friends from the church that love to decorate to help him out. They were able to turn the church basement into a pretty incredible hangout. They pulled in lamps and turned off some of the bright fluorescent lights. They made casual seating areas using couches and small tables. Music was playing, everything had creative labels, and for the food, they had a new theme each week. A final thing to consider is how your team will model or embody hospitality. More than the decorations, lights, and the food you serve, the actions and attitudes of your team are always going to speak the loudest. When you think about who will be the first points of contact when guests walk through the front door, choose people who are naturally warm and welcoming. When you think about who will be hosting the small groups and interacting with the guests the most, choose people who are non-judgmental and can give people space to be themselves and to disagree. Alpha hosts should be people who can listen more than they talk, who can resist the urge to correct others. And when people feel listened to, they feel loved. And when people feel loved, they are much more likely to open up in conversation and feel safe enough to explore faith in new ways. On Alpha, that's what hospitality is all about. Why don't you take a moment right now and think about who you could ask to help you with some of these big pieces around showing hospitality.